Precisely 2 weeks after Rita gave birth to her twin baby boys, she began to take jobs to make dresses for her customers.
Babe, what is the meaning of all this? It's been barely 2 weeks since you gave birth, and you are already working. You have not even gotten enough rest and aren't paying attention to our sons,
Emeka said to Rita, who was actively sewing a client's cloth on her sewing machine. But Emeka, we have already had this conversation. If I do not attend to my clients, they will take their business elsewhere, and that's not good for me. At least they understood when I was pregnant and almost due, but I have no excuse now.
Do you know how I feel whenever you say this? I am equally working hard to take care of you and our children, but you make me feel like my efforts are nothing. Also, I have told you to stop calling me by my name whenever we have a disagreement.
I'm sorry about that. It's just that I feel cornered whenever you talk to me like that. I miss working and don't like it when you tell me not to work.
Babe, no one is telling you not to work. I just want you to rest and look after our children for now. You did a great job bringing them to this world. So please, just take some time off and let me be the breadwinner for once.
Okay. I promise I will not take another client's dress after I make this dress. At this moment, I cannot disappoint the client. All that's left is just for me to do some hand beading, and that's it,
Rita said in a bid to pacify Emeka. All right. Meanwhile, Mama has made food for you.
Ah, my sweet mother. I don't know what I would have done without her,
Rita said as she stood up in excitement. After that day, Emeka did not talk to Rita about the dress she was making because he believed she wouldn't take on another job after that. But he was wrong. In the weeks that followed, Rita continued to secretly take jobs without Emeka's knowledge, and she would only sew the clothes whenever Emeka went to work. For almost 5 months, Rita hid this secret from Emeka and her mother, who was helping her look after the babies at that moment. In fact, Rita's mother, Angela, was the reason Rita could concentrate on making clothes while caring for her baby simultaneously. But after her mother left, doing the two things together became tough. At first, after Rita's mother left, Rita convinced herself that she would continue to make dresses for her clients and still look after her babies like she used to while her mother was around. But things took a different turn. The very first time things began to fall apart for Rita was when she forgot to feed her babies because she was bent on meeting a deadline. That day, Rita spent the whole afternoon working while ignoring her baby's soft cries until her husband came home that evening. Honey, why do the boys look so hungry? Did you feed them?
Feed them?
Rita asked in shock. The truth was that Rita had actually forgotten to feed the children. Please don't tell me you did not feed them. What were you doing the whole day?
Emeka, my love, please don't be mad. I actually had a long day. I swear, I don't even know how it skipped my mind. You know it's not easy doing everything alone, and sometimes it can be overwhelming.
Rita lied. But we have discussed this. Taking care of the twins alone is not easy. I don't know why you don't want my younger sister to come and help us. If you could forget to feed the twins, then I'm sure you didn't even eat anything.
No, I didn't. I wish I could explain how I felt today. No wonder they wouldn't stop crying. I kept checking their diapers to see if they had pooped or peed, and I even gave them some light fruits.
It's okay. Go inside and rest. I will feed them and make dinner for us. While you shower and rest, I will do that.
Oh, thank you so much,
Rita said before disappearing into the room. For the remainder of that evening, Rita could not stop thinking about how she had forgotten something as important as feeding her children.
I cannot make this mistake again, no. If I do, Emeka might find out that I'm still sewing.
Every day, whenever it was almost 5 p.m., Rita would stop sewing or beading and she would thoroughly clean up the place so Emeka would not suspect anything when he returned. She did this every day except on weekends when Emeka was home with her and the kids. After the first time Rita forgot to feed her kids, other things happened that she didn't tell Emeka about, and most of these things happened because she had divided her attention and wasn't looking after the twins like she should have. Since most of the things that happened were things she could easily hide and sweep under the carpet, Rita didn't stop making dresses for her clients until something horrible happened. One fateful day, while Rita was making a dress and watching her twin babies at the same time, she remembered that she was supposed to cook before Emeka returned home, so she hurried to the kitchen to cook a pot of rice.
I'm so tired. I'm not even sure I have rested at all since morning. I wish making this dress was not this stressful.
Rita soliloquized and then she yawned loudly.
Well, it wouldn't be bad if I rested my head for some minutes. Even though it's just for 10 minutes, at least the rice would be ready by then,
Rita said, pushing the dress she was sewing to one side of the sewing machine. Without wasting time, Rita got up from the small chair she sat on, pulled the twins' stroller closer to a couch, and lay there.
You guys should not cry, eh? Mommy wants to take a quick nap,
Rita said to her babies, and then she fell asleep. Sadly, while Rita slept, the most terrifying thing happened. About 2 minutes after Rita slept off, one of the twins, Ryan, began to cry uncontrollably. But because Rita was so exhausted and deeply asleep, she didn't get up to attend to Ryan. A few minutes after Ryan began crying, Reynold joined him, but this time, Reynold did not cry because he wanted his mother's attention, but because the house was filled with smoke. Unfortunately, while sleeping, Rita had forgotten about the pot of rice she had placed on the fire, and it dried up to the extent that it started smoking in the house. However, irrespective of how loud the two boys tried to get their mother's attention, nothing happened. For almost an hour, Rita laid on the couch, and her babies had cried until their faces turned red.
Rita! Rita! Are you okay?
Emeka shook Rita aggressively when he found her lying on the couch. Thankfully, Emeka returned home just in time and he saved the twins from inhaling too much smoke.
Jesus! What happened?
Rita screamed in shock when she woke up to see that the entire house was filled with smoke from the burning pot.
Where are the babies?
She added as she got up from the couch.
They are outside. What happened? I met them coughing and crying. Oh no! It's the pot of rice! I was cooking a pot of rice and fell asleep while waiting. Let me open the windows so all the smoke can go out.
While Rita was busy opening the windows so the smoke could go out of the house, Emeka spotted Rita's sewing machine and the dress she was making.
Rita, what is this? Have you been working?
Emeka asked in shock.
Working?
Rita feigned ignorance, but when she realized that she had forgotten to take the sewing machine and the dress inside the storeroom, she began to apologize.
Not really. I was bored, so I decided to play with an old dress.
Really? Do I look that stupid to you? That dress is your old dress and not a client's dress?
Babe, I'm so sorry. No, it's a client's dress. I just wanted to do something for some money.
Some money? What kind of money do you need again? Why are you like this? Am I not taking good care of you?
Emeka said in a disappointed tone.
You are. Please, I did not mean it that way.
Then how did you mean it? Taking care of one baby is already tasking, not to talk of two. Why don't you settle down and enjoy the joy of motherhood? Eh? Is that so difficult to do?
I'm sorry. I promise I will not do it again.
I have one question for you. The day you forgot to feed the twins, were you working?
Huh?
Rita feigned ignorance.
Please don't play with me. Just answer yes or no.
Yes.
Babe, how could you be so careless? I don't want to even get started on the fact that you have been lying to me.
I'm sorry. I thought I could handle working and taking care of the babies at the same time.
I don't get you. Why do you insist on working so hard, even when I'm doing my best for you and the kids? Your actions make me feel like you cannot rely on me.
No, Emeka, it's not you. It's me. I don't think I can ever stop working. Every day I wake up with the mindset of, what would my life be like if something happened to you?
I don't understand. What do you mean?
My father died when I was just 3 years old. And after he died, his brothers took everything. They even took the house where my mom lived. In fact, they literally kicked her out. Took over all of the farmlands, and because she was solely depending on my father, we suffered for so many years.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. But you know my family would never do that, right? Besides, by God's grace, nothing will happen to me.
I know, but all I'm trying to say is that there's a part of me that wakes up afraid every morning, and as a result, I can't stay idle.
Look, babe, I understand you. Maybe I didn't understand you earlier, but now I do. I know you have saved a lot of money already, and you have invested in the oil palm business back in your village. That should sustain you for at least a year. All I'm asking is that you give the boys and me a year of your time. Once they begin daycare, you can return to work, and I promise I will not try to stop you.
Okay, I can do that. And I will do that. I'll be honest. When I forgot to feed the twins the other day, I felt so bad for days. I love to work, but I also want to be a great mom to them.
Thank you. I'll call one of your staff tomorrow to come and take this sewing machine to your office. It's better if we remove all the temptations from sight.
No problem. I don't want to ruin this. I promise you guys 1 year of undivided attention, and I will not go back on my words.
Thank you again. I understand your business is important to you, and I do not take your sacrifice for granted. Regarding helping around the house, since you do not want us to bring in an outsider, I will do my best to help around and with the boys whenever I'm home. Thankfully, that evening, Rita and her husband talked things out. As promised, Rita stopped sewing and gave her full attention to her husband and children. Also, upon seeing how Emeka handled the whole situation, Rita made up her mind to be a better, reliable wife and mother. 1 year later, just like they had agreed, Rita resumed work fully and the boys were enrolled at daycare. As the years passed, Rita, her husband and the children all lived happily ever after. The end. Did you enjoy this story? Tell us your favorite part in the comment section below. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Also, do not forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you.